I found the answer. Greg's gonna come on. I started land surveying in October of 1997, and we would use these candy cane colored hooks called chaining pins. You'd stick them in the ground, hook a tape measure on them, and pull the distance off to measure the land. Now I hate to admit it, but I lost my fair share of chaining pins over the years. I'd get frustrated thinking other surveyors are finding my chaining pins. You know, I just want one time to find a chaining pin that another surveyor lost. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Fast forward to February 2002. The country was still feeling the sting from September 11th. But interest rates were low, and I thought this might be a great time to purchase my first house. I was 29 years old, and I thought it'd be a great thing to get my first home before age 30. So me and my wife contacted a realtor, Nancy Howard from Briarwood Realty. And Nancy took us in her van, and we looked at some houses, and the first week, the fourth house we saw was our dream home. It was in Colonial Village in Lansing. It had 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, hardwood floors, fenced yard. We were ready to make an offer. So I took a half day off work, and the inspector showed up, and the inspector said, "I'm sorry, the garage is cracking, the basement foundation is bowed. I think it's too risky to buy this house." So me and my wife were feeling pretty depressed. But we figured, you know, it's only the fourth house, we'll find another one just as easy. Well, not so, because over the next several months we must have looked at 80 to 90 homes, and we could not find one that we liked. Now, it wasn't until May when we finally found another home that we really liked. This home was on Huntshire Drive in Holt. We went to the open house, and the home had hardwood floors, 3 bedrooms, fenced yard, only 1 bathroom, and no garage. But by now we realized we weren't going to get 100% of what we wanted, but if we got 90%, this was pretty good. So we talked to the realtor, said, "We're interested in this house." And he said, "Well, I've already got 3 offers today, so you're probably going to have to go above the selling price to be considered." Now, this home was already at our maximum, so we realized we weren't going to get it. So we thought, you know, maybe now is not the right time to buy a house. Maybe it's just not our time. We need to wait. About a week later, we found another home we liked in Holt, the one, Coolidge. And it had a huge yard, perfect for having barbecues, parties, whatnot. Nice big garage. And we liked it so much, me and my wife got another inspection. We came to the house. And this time, the second inspection, it just didn't hit. I mean, in the basement, there was a sewer pipe that kind of went out the side. And it just kind of looked ugly. Then I went outside and noticed the for rent sign on the neighbor's house. I said, I don't know if I want to live next to a renter. You never know what kind of noise you're going to get. So me and my wife came together and decided, yeah, it's just, this isn't for us. And Nancy came up to us and said, "Would you like to make an offer?" And I said, you know what, maybe now is not the right time to buy a house. And then I blurted out, but what about the Huntshire house that had 3 offers last week? And Nancy, she got on the phone and contacted the realtor who was selling that house. And she got off the phone and she said, all 3 offers fell through. So we're like, yeah, let's go see the house. We saw the house. We liked it. On Huntshire, we made an offer. They wanted $115,000. We offered $112,000. Now that was on a Saturday. 2 days later, my father called my wife as she was at work. Now my father lives in White Cloud, about 2 hours away. He's got a small church, maybe 80 people come in the summer. And my dad said, there's some young adults at my church and their parents are trying to sell a home. I know you guys are looking. Their parents have a home in Holt with 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, fenced yard, $115,000. My wife said, is it on Huntshire Drive? My dad said, why, yes. How did you know that? And my wife said, because we just made an offer yesterday. Now to me, this is more than a coincidence. What are the odds of this happening? This is divine intervention. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thinking, okay, let's have one inspection with the inspector. And the inspector comes to the Huntshire house, and he inspects, and there's minor problems. So we're excited, and I'm thinking, this will be our bedroom, and I sit at the kitchen table, and I prop my feet up, thinking, yeah, we're going to live here. This is our destiny. And then I think, I haven't checked. I'm in surveying. I need to check for property corners. So I get up. I head to the backyard behind the yellow shed, to the fence corners in the back. And I open my mouth and cannot believe what I see. Can you believe what I see? A chaining pin. And I pull the chaining pin out. And I stare at the chaining pin. And the chaining pin stares at me. And I pull the chaining pin. And I take it. And I hook it in the shed where it's been for the last 10 years. I think, okay, this is too much of a coincidence. This is our home. June 26, 2002. We met the Potters who sold the house to us. They were very nice. They gave us email addresses they gave us the mail person's name, they gave us neighbors' names, and then Mr. Potter had the realtor take a picture of us, of him giving us the keys. Me and my wife got the keys. And at Christmas, we got a card in the mail of them giving us the keys. So we lived in that house for 10 years now. We just refinanced for the third time a couple of weeks ago. Now we could move on to bigger and better houses, but it just seems like this house is where we're supposed to be. So what I leave you with is, yeah, you can go out there trying to find the signs, but sometimes you're trying too hard. Just let the signs come to you. Trying to find the answers. But sometimes stop trying so hard. Pay attention. The answers will come to you. Madam Toastmaster.